Welcome, everyone, to Kick Back with Cookie. How's everyone doing today? We have another great show. I have a very powerful voice in the industry, hailing from Jamaica. She is originally from Jamaica, but she is in the States now. So if anybody would like to book her after this show, please let us know and we'll make sure she gets booked. So I do have a special announcement today. And I want to wait till people get in here. But in the meantime, I'm going to play one of Tashina's videos until she gets in. So let's see. I'm going to play her video. Okay. So let's put that up on the screen. Okay.
You can pray. What is to be will be. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm stress free. I got no worries. None enough out of me. Oh yes, I'm happy. I'm stress free. I got no worries. None enough out of me. Hey, but now I worry about nobody business and left my one for spoil. What make you feel someone feel so pretty? Show me always a smile. My life was not so dear child. Check my own Instagram lifestyle. Me got my own money to spend. Never run out of luck, never broke like tile. That's why I'm happy. I'm stress free. I got no worries. And none enough out of me. Oh yes, I'm happy. I'm stress free. I got no worries. And none enough out of me. Hey, having a positive mental attitude is the only way to get it through in this time. So nobody make nobody tell you how to live your life. For manifest, get myself aligned. I saw my dear, my back judge, I got mine. Give thanks for blessings every time. Nobody can stop a God bless child. That's why I'm happy. I'm stress free. I got no worries. And none enough out of me. Oh yes, I'm happy. I'm stress free. I got no worries. And none enough out of me. Hey, happy over here, happy over here. Girl, well, happy right here. Happy over here, happy over here. Cause I got more faith than fear. Happy over here, happy over here. Girl, well, happy right here. Happy over here, happy over here. Cause I got more faith than fear. I'm happy. I'm stress free. I got no worries.
Bless up yourself from Ghana.
Oh yes, I'm happy. I'm stress free. I got no
Blue Five
worries.
is one of my artists, guys.
Why worry when you can pray? What is to be will be.
All right, guys. I'm gonna put myself back in this box. I'm waiting for my artist to be here. Oh, that's not where it's supposed to be. All right. So thank you guys for tuning in. I do have a couple of announcements, but before I get started with my announcement, I do want to point out, I don't know who's watching from the DMV, but one of my best friends is named Brian Evans, and he is a fabulous artist. And he's been he's been going back and forth with BAM 640. And BAM 640 is another artist and host here in the DMV. Now I'm trying to get them to have their little battle or versus or whatever on here. So we're going to be having some upcoming events that we'll tell you guys about later once they're all solidified and put together and all of that. But I also did want to announce that my guest today um, is officially one of the artists that I represent. She is, when I say a powerful singer, I mean she's a powerful singer. So I'm looking forward to representing her. You guys all know my little, and I'm not even going to say my little roster. I hate when people say that, but my roster of artists that I represent are amazing, like all of them. Rude Vibes, bless up yourself. He is watching from Ghana. If you guys do not know Rude Vibes, please go follow him. He is Rude Vibes, and Vibes is spelled VYBZ. So go follow him and make sure that you go listen to his music because I guarantee you're gonna love it and you're gonna be like, thank you. So go check him out. And make sure you check out Kenworth Katrina. She is an artist from the DMV area as well, but she actually relocated to further her career to California, and she's back for work right now. But I don't know how long she's going to be here. But she is also one of the artists that I represent. Shout out to Shabako. Shabako is another artist hailing from Jamaica that I represent. And love so much. Shabako is family, and he's also one of my day ones. He's the first international artist that I ever represented. I started representing artists a long time ago, but I wasn't representing artists from around the country. So I think when I kind of, I'm not going to say I kind of became a recluse. I'm going to say that I shut down a little bit after my mother died. And after my mother died, I don't know, I rebuilt my brand, and I started representing international artists. So um, I have a different audience now, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud of myself for that. I'm proud of the things that I've accomplished in 2025 and starting in 2024. And I do have to shout out my team because without them, there is no me. So bless up yourself, Ray. Bless up Mel B. My sister Mel. God, I could talk all night about her, but I can't. I don't have that kind of time. But I love her. Mel B has been a blessing not just to my business, my professional life, but to my personal life too. So I really am. I'm very appreciative of her. I'm appreciative of Gemini Goddess, all of my team. I swear, ladies, I love y'all, and I can't wait till we do our Lux Ladies uh, trip or content or whatever. So look forward to that. We're going to be bringing back our Roku channel and all sorts of things. We still do have a Roku channel. It is not active right now, but it will be soon in 2026. So we'll have, some short films. We'll have some other content for you, some series, some reality shows and stuff like that. So make sure you tune in. We are available to broadcast at your event, your private event. If you would like us to, you just have to reach out to one of the Lux ladies. Me, myself, you can reach out to Mel B. You can reach out to Ask Ray. Ray, y'all know Ray Spence. All you guys say Rhea, and she corrected me when I called her that a long time ago. So y'all need to call her Ray. But anyway, so make sure you reach out to somebody, Gemini Goddess. You can reach out to anybody that is part of the Lux team and discuss what kind of show you want or whatever. And we will do what we have to do to get you bless up yourself to Rue Vibes. So we'll get you guys set up here. So we do have opportunities for sponsorship and advertising on Lux Radio. So if you are a business and you would like to advertise your business, we do have some New Year specials coming up. So if you're interested, please reach out to Ask Ray or myself or Mel B or Gemini Goddess again, and we will point you in the right direction of who handles that and get you set up with that or sponsorship. And sponsorship has a few more benefits than the a few more benefits than the advertise just advertising packages do. So if you're interested, please let us know. Shout out to John. I'm gonna call you. I'm so sorry. If you're watching this, I'm so sorry. You know, my life is crazy, but I'm gonna call you though. But shout out to everybody that's watching. Bless up all the my supporters that watch every week and continue to support not just my show, but all the shows on the station. While I'm talking about those shows, I would like to remind you of what shows those are. So Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have Mel B's Morning Kickstart. She provides the news and weather, sports updates, and news and weather, not just for the United States, but a lot of cities, major cities in the United States, and a lot of other countries: Jamaica, Cayman Islands, Ghana, um, the Bahamas, uh, Canada. There are a lot of places that she reports the news and the weather for. So you can be from anywhere and get updates on your area. So Mondays, we do not have a show on the station, but on the 5th of January, I will be conducting a webinar called The Business of Music. So if you are an artist, a musician, a producer, or a manager, or someone that is seeking to be a manager, that class is for you. It teaches you about everything that there is to know about the business of music, including how royalties work and the organizations that your artists, or if you are an artist, that you should be signed up for. That is on January 5th at 7 p.m. You have to register on the website at www.luxradio.com, luxxradio.com. And then on Tuesdays, every Tuesday, we have yours truly, Kickback with Cookie, at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And um, every other Wednesday, we have Women Unscripted at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thursdays, we have Chief and Go at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Fridays, we have Live and Learn with Gemini Goddess at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we have Peace Podcast at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And on Saturdays, we have Snatched and Savage with Lady O, Miss Mimi, and Unknown Mike, and Ace Boogie. So bless up all you guys. Bless up all the show hosts on Lux Radio. I love you guys. Without further ado, I am going to introduce my guests, and I'm going to do it the proper way. Um, so we have an artist whose voice tells stories of strength, love, resilience, and power. Born in Kingston, Jamaica, she is a genre-defying force, blending reggae, dancehall, R&B, soul, pop, gospel, rock, anything you can think of into a sound that's unmistakably her own. Known as the sound of a woman who's refused to break, she has collaborated with Jamaican powerhouses like Vibes Cartel, Egyptian, and TJ, and has shared stages with tons of other big names in the culture. With standout tracks like Cherish the Moment featuring Vibes Cartel and Reach featuring Egyptian, and her powerful new EP, Queen of Hearts, she continues to command attention wherever she performs. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the bold, the fearless, the unforgettable Tashina Muzik.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm well.
Good.
How are you
I'm
doing?
I'm good. I'm so happy to hear you guys. We have to be quiet because the baby's stay.
Right?
So we're gonna try to keep this a low toned interview here, but I'm gonna just start by asking you to tell everyone who you are and where you're from.
Hi, everyone. I am Tashina, birth name. And so my artist name is Tashina Muzik. I am from Kingston, Jamaica. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. I currently live in Florida, Panama City Beach.
Okay. So how did you get started in music? Like when did you know that you were like your voice is amazing and I swear I hope I can give people a sample of that today. I just played one of your songs, but you know,
Okay. What song did you play?
happy.
Oh, babe. Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me.
the question you asked, how did I get started in music? All right, should I go back from infant days? You mean professionally? Okay, so professionally in 2007, I entered the Digital Rising Stars competition, and that gave me national recognition, right? So like the whole Jamaica was tuned in, and everywhere I go, people would recognize it. They'd be like, "Oh, you're the girl from Rising Star." I was in the year with Remy and Virgo, and from there, producers started reaching out to me after the show, and then I started to do some professional recordings and stuff like that. Um, I work with Mikey Bennett in Grafton Studio. And yeah, he groomed me to be like, an artist. I started doing my tracks with live bands. I started performing with live bands. And, that's where I think the groundwork was laid for Tashina Music, the artist.
So let's go back a little bit further. When you were a child, like how did you know when did you start singing? When did you start singing as a child?
Okay. So when I started singing, so when I was going to school, my teachers they would put me up for like special functions, school functions. I would get the part to be singing in like school plays and stuff like that. And when they have like devotions in the morning, they would ask me to sing a song for worship. And yeah, so from school days, I've been kind of coming up into it. That's where my love kind of grew for music.
Mhm.
When I'm home, I would be in front of the mirror with like my hairbrush or the mop stick, and I would be like, and I, try to do the tripling lip thing, like Whitney Houston, which is one of my favorite singers. And so I grew up in the era with Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, Celine Dion, and Toni Braxton. They were dominating that era. So I grew up constantly watching the videos on TV, listening to the music on the radio, and yeah, I was always trying to be them
So
and
when did
sound
you
like them.
when did you realize yourself that okay, this is serious that I need to take this serious and do something professional?
Well, so doing the school plays and devotions and stuff like that. That wasn't that was like from an early age coming up doing because I think I started from like grade one. You know, doing that also in my community, Tower Hill, where I was born and raised. Um, they would have like functions as well, and they would ask me to come and sing. And sometimes my mother sent me to the shop, and they would like, "Oh, see her there. Come here. She can't sing. Come, not for PR, not for PR." And then when I give them a little $5, my little $2, they would have all group up and come up with the money together and then give me and say, "All right, sing for us." And then would have tell me which song they want to hear, ask me if I know the song, and then I would have sing it. And like it's like a lot of crowd, and while I'm singing, more people coming, and this happened to me at school as well. Like, but I love singing, so I would be on the road just walking, going to the shop and just singing, and the people in the community where I'm from, they would realize this and they would have come and, as I say, gather around and be like, they want me to sing for them and they'll pay me and stuff when I'm on my way to the shop. Mother send me to the shop to buy groceries to cook. And here I am, surrounded by this group of people asking me to sing. Yeah, so that was from I was very, very young, and then there was the rising star thing. right? I see it and I see other people singing and people saying, you should try it, you should try it, you know. And so, you know, that was when I was in my teens and I tried it. I tried it and they accepted me and I got into the top 10 and the whole community was a part of it. It was really a big thing. I think that was like my first entry into the music business. But before that, I used to just sing for people. They used to just always ask me to sing and pay me to sing. So I always knew I had something. And I tried it out with Did You Say Rising Stars? And I
So
saw
now
that
what
I really
happened
had
after
something.
Digicel Rising Stars? Did that elevate you to other opportunities, or what happened after?
Yes, it did because a lot of producers started reaching out to me, namely Mikey Bennett, you know, and I was working with him for a couple of years, you know, and that's where I did like my first official recordings and stuff like that. Hmm. Yeah, he kind of like, you know, groomed me to be an
Okay.
artist.
So let's move a little bit forward. How did you so you've collaborated with some pretty big names, and how did that come about, and what was that experience like?
So, sorry, I was wondering if I heard her. I thought I heard her. Yes. So I actually started collaborating with artists from I was around Mikey Bennett. My first collaboration was with Queen Africa, a track called Concert. It is not released. It is somewhere on YouTube, but it's not released. It hasn't been released, as far as I know. Yes, and that was a really good collaboration with Queen Africa. At that time, I was a Rasta around. Well, I was this Christian girl that grew up in a Christian home, and going to Grafton Studio, it's really like a roots and culture type of vibe, with live band and mostly Rasta people, and so I adopted that type of thing. It was easy for me to just transition because I mean, Rasta people are very religious, and so they share the same, very similar views as Christians do. It's just that they believe that Jesus was a Rasta man. That's the only difference, really.
Mhm.
So I was doing a lot of conscious good girl type of songs until I met J.A.B. But that was a long time after though, because that was in like 2008 and I met JB in 2019. So that was literally like what, 10 years and some afterwards, you know? And he was like, oh, I think you should do dance hall, And dance hall, you have to get real raw and dirty, you have to just talk about certain things. And I'm like, but that's not the kind of music I want to do. And he's like, well, if you do that, then you can do what you want to do after, but you have to do that to get the bus. So I was like, all right. So a lot of persons who know me, like before I started doing dancehall, they was like, "What? That's Tashina? Bubble bunny thumb break out, break out." But I did it. I did it, and I have no regrets. It's music nonetheless, and it's on the top of my list of things to say that I've done as an artist, to have collaborated 2 times with Vibes Cartel. So big up Vibes Cartel, big up that.
Big up Vibes Cartel and
Right?
TJ too, right?
Yes, two, not once but twice.
And Egyptian.
And then after the Vibes Cartel collabs and thing, and I started to become more, of an artist like, yeah, I have collabs out there and people know me now and thing. Egyptian was in a studio with one of the producers that I work with. And I guess that gave me the confidence to like say, hey, can you do this beat? I'm starting to like tell producers what beat I want them to create, and give them like a little melody out of my head, and they could take that now and then create the rhythm, and then we add the lyrics to it and stuff, and record it. So at that stage I was professional now. You understand? Like, I know what I want to sound like. I know what I want the rhythm to sound like. I can now tell the producer what I want the rhythm to sound like and how to create the rhythm. So it was that producer that was creating a rhythm for me that did something that I just wake up out of my bed and I called the producer and I was like, hey, let me say, I'm going to send you a voice note of what I want, and I'm going to send you a rhythm that's similar to it, and you can put it together and see. And so the producer was working on that track that I'd requested, and it was so good. Egyptian walked in the studio. It was so good when he heard it. He was like, "Yo, who was that?" And he wanted to be a part of it. He was like, "This is so good." And that's how I got the collab and see with Egyptian Reach. It's a really good song. Um, yeah, so I stopped working with my producer that I was working with, J.A.B, a few years ago. And so I decided last year that I was gonna take my career into my own hands. I was gonna start my own label, and I was gonna put out my own album, which I'd never really had an album out before. It was just singles. And I've always wanted an album. So, I did all of that work, started to be a producer myself, and putting getting my rhythms getting my readings together, and recording, going through the whole mixing and mastering process and promotion and all of that, doing the distribution. And so that's how I released my album, Queen of Hearts, and I included all the tracks that I've recorded on there, all the features. Yeah. Have I answered the question? I don't know. I feel like somehow I
You did,
went.
you did. So on Queen of Hearts, what do you think is the most like personal or special song to you?
Sorry, not sorry.
Is there a reason? Or if you don't want to talk about it, it's okay.
I can. I can. It's just me just being like, you know what? I'm being unapologetically me, and it wasn't really about everything that I was saying, like, oh, you cheating, so I'm cheating. It was just me saying, hey, I'm doing me. And if I want to do this, I'm gonna do this. And it doesn't matter whether you like it or not, because while growing musically, I was also maturing as a woman, and there are things that I started to discover in life, just in general, of how people are, and the importance of staying true to yourself and being you, and being able to be you unapologetically. And so, you know that was where that song really came from, and that's why they're all special to me. But that one was it have a lot of attitude in it, a lot of things that I wanted to say and be fearless in, and I did that in that song.
So that was your mindset when you created Queen of Hearts.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you want your listeners to take away from that album? Like what do you think your message is in that album?
Just be you, be yourself, be unapologetically you. Be fearless, and be you, do you. You don't need approval from others. You just need approval from God. That's my philosophy. So, that's what I would hope that they could take from it. Cause I do have some tracks on there that are like, what?
Well,
But yeah, I mean, be you, and say what you want to say, do what you want to do, live your life out loud.
absolutely. I definitely agree with that. So, what is one of the things that you have found most challenging about being an artist? not just in the reggae dancehall genre, but in general?
In general, I would say the biggest challenge that I've faced is people. It's all about money these days. So I would say that would be my biggest challenge. So if you wanted your song to be played on the radio station, or you wanted a DJ to play it, they would be like, okay, how much you paying me? They haven't heard the song to know if it's worth listening to or playing. I'd really wanted to say to me, hey, I'd rather you say to me, hey, I've listened to this track, it's rubbish. I'm not going to play it. The only way I'm going to play it is if you pay me to play it. Then it will be worth my while. But you haven't listened to the song. I put my heart and soul in the songs, and all you're going to tell me is, hey, I need to pay you how much I'm paying you right off the bat. And so I was very disappointed because even persons that don't have no talent but they have the money to pay you to play their songs, you're going to play it. So, that's one of the things I get to realize in the industry, that it is about who you know and how much money you have. I get it, promotion costs. But I used to believe that, once you have the talent and you have good music, you know, once you have good production, good lyrics, good organization of your music, it should be enough. But it's not. And so that's one of the hardest things that I've had to deal with and have to realize as an artist. It's not like that anymore. Yeah, I mean the whole world has changed because it would even with social media, it's about who you know, who is popular, and now you have the influencers, the popular persons now. They're the ones that have turned the artists now and stuff like that. And that's the kind of music that people are listening to because they're listening to the popular people, not necessarily talent. So that's one of the things that I've discovered to be the hardest thing to maneuver in this industry.
That makes sense. Well, I will say this. I told everybody that I had an announcement to make today. And I'm going to say this before I make this announcement. I met Tashina maybe a little over a year ago, and she was on TikTok on a karaoke, and I was in the box on the karaoke. It was not a judge type thing or whatever. It was just come sing. And it was towards the end. And here comes this guy's like, hey, I have a singer, she's going to sing. I'm like, all right, let's sing. And she sang, and my eyes just were like, who is that? Who is that? Because she sang something. Do you remember what you sang? No.
Mm-mm. I was singing
Whatever the
a
song
couple
was,
songs. I think I did like
it
three
was a
songs.
hard song to sing. And she just like blew it out of the box. And I'm like, I don't know who that is, but she is talented.
I think it might have been
So
Halo.
yeah, I think it was. I think it was. It was a Beyonce song, but it was a hard song to sing. So I was like, I think there were introductions or whatever, and I think the host of the live introduced her and I, and she introduced me as an artist manager or what have you, and we followed each other. Moving forward, she just she just disappeared out of thin air. And I was like, all right, well, I guess, if she needs my help, she'll call me. She knows that I want to help her. And I'm a woman, and I think women are supposed to help women. But she just kind of disappeared. And one day I was scrolling, and I ended up scrolling past her, and she was live. I'm like, oh, Tashina is live. Let me go listen to her. She's probably singing. And she was singing. So I went and just patiently said, hey, how you doing? She was like, Cookie. So my announcement is that I am very honored to be Tashina's manager. It is a sealed deal. And I'm looking forward to pushing her out to the I love injustice. Me too. She has a lot of songs, y'all, that are just like um her if an artist can sing and make you feel the music, that artist is talented. And Tashina doesn't just make music. First of all, she's versatile. She can sing anything, R&B, gospel. She can sing anything. But the music that she makes is timeless. I don't think that there's going to be a time that I'm not going to like Injustice or Happy or the things that she's made. So whether people believe it or not, I do have a lot of people that want me to manage them, but I don't manage everyone because one, I have to be a fan first. And I've been a fan of her since the day I met her. And two, you have to make timeless music. If you don't make timeless music, you're just not going to make it. I mean, I can't say that because I'm not going to call no names, but it's a few celebrity artists out here right now that didn't make timeless music. It was a one hitter quitter. You know what I mean? It's over. It's over. We don't even know where they are anymore. But I'm very happy and honored to represent you. And I see big things for you because Tashina's voice is powerful. And I wish that my God babe wasn't in there sleeping right now because I would actually ask her to sing for you guys. But I'm going to keep this going, and then at the end we're going to let her go, and then I'll play something else for you guys. I did play Happy. I'll play Injustice maybe when we're done. So one funny, I asked everybody this. There are two questions that I have for you, and then I'm going to let you go. One is, name one of the most memorable, whether it be like a funny situation or a fan situation or whatever, or just a funny situation that you've had, or a memorable situation that you had at a stage show. Jim says she might still have the screen recording from Shadows Live. Oh, if you do, please send me that.
All right. What was the question again? Just to make sure that I'm answering
If
this.
you name one of your most memorable experiences at a stage show, whether it be a funny situation with a fan, a funny situation with your performance, the stage, the event, just anything that was memorable. It can be a serious thing or it can be a funny thing.
Mm. Okay. Um, this was serious and funny. Um,
She said serious and funny.
so this lady, I was performing, right? And I'm trying to be interactive with the audience. So I called this lady up because she seemed like she was, dancing and having fun to the music. So I was like, "Hey, come on up on the stage. Come see let's see what you got." And she was she was funny because she was dancing, right? But she was dancing kind of weird. But the what made it weird was she had a knife. She had a knife and she was dancing with it. She was like, with the knife in her mouth. And I was like, oh my God. And she was doing some stuff. I was like, oh my God, please do not let her hurt herself with this knife. She had this little pocket knife. And she was doing the most with it while dancing.
God.
Yeah, that was very memorable. It was funny because she was dancing kind of weird. I think she was drinking and she had the knife. So that was both dangerous and funny. So it was both serious and funny. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like that's a good memory. That's a good
It's
one.
memorable. That
All
one
right.
stand out.
Now, the next question is, although you've done stuff with several very big names in the culture, name three people that you would love to collab with, whether they be alive or not.
What? You going to the dead list?
You know I don't play fair.
Oh Lord. Oh my God. Um, of
Ask
course,
somebody
of
this.
course, Bob Marley. Like, if you ever go to the dead list, like Bob Marley, no brainer. Um, I would do a color with Dexter Laps.
That's yep. Hmm.
Woo, woo, woo.
I can
I
see that.
would,
We're gonna work on that.
yeah, I
Yep.
would do a
Mhm.
collab with Dexter Labs. Me and Jada was supposed to do a collab. It just never happened, but we were talking heavily about collabs. We were exchanging beats and ideas, and we link up and stuff like that. And I was looking forward to that. Still would I want collab with Jada. But yeah, Dexter, if I'm narrowing down to three, okay, so I'm gonna have to pick somebody international, not Jamaican. Dun, 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 dun. Oh boy. My favorite artist is Mariah Carey, though, you know.
Really?
Hmm. My favorite singer, yeah. Um, but there's so many artists that I love. There's so many. There are so many.
Okay.
Um,
So Gemini said that she would love to see a duet with you and Shabako. I manage an artist named Shabako. Have you ever heard of Shabako?
oh, no, I
You
need
need to
to.
check him out. He's a awesome artist. And bless up yourself, Shabako. If you're out there, my superstar, I love you. But he's very versatile too. And Shabako is very talented in a way that he's versatile, but he can switch up his lane like you do. You know what I mean? So he can be
Okay.
uh I'm gonna sing about the struggle type, artist, or he can do anything. So I definitely would mind seeing that collab myself because y'all are two of my favorites.
Okay,
But
to get yourself Shabako. Is he like a dancehall artist or
yeah, he
a
is.
rapper?
Well, yeah, he is a dancehall artist, but he's dancehall reggae because like, when I say he's versatile, I mean he's
Okay,
versatile.
now I know what you mean when you
He
say
has a
that.
he has a song called Sunday Morning that's literally straight reggae, but then he has other songs. Look him up. He has a ton of songs.
Sunday
I
morning
think
sounds
you'll enjoy.
nice.
Yeah, he's a great artist, but and he definitely I think he I want to say he was there that night and heard you singing, but we're gonna see if we can work that out. But
Hmm.
so, all right. So what's next for you? What's coming up for you?
Working with Cookie. Working with Cookie as my manager, and we gonna take it to the top.
All the way.
So I am looking forward to finally working with a female in the industry. You know, it's a male dominated industry, and a lot of times, you know, men, women, you know, sometimes because it's a male dominated industry and the men have all the power and all the say, they sometimes want to subject the females to, you know, favoritism or non favoritism or, you know, trying to like get for favors, I guess. And so it's good to be working with a female. I'm really, really looking forward to that. Girl power. I think we understand
Absolutely.
each other better and it should be better.
Yeah.
I'm so happy and excited. So that's what's next for me. I'm getting another manager, another female a female manager, which I'm looking forward to working with. And just back in the business now with all the things that I know, all the experience that I have, all the my repertoire of songs, you know, just taking it
Mhm.
to the next level. I'm looking forward to that. That's what's next.
Awesome. So I would ask everybody to go check out Queen of Hearts, and any of the songs that we mentioned, Cherish the Moment with her and Vibes Cartel, Reach with her, Egyptian. She
Mm.
has so many amazing songs. So look her up. Her name is Tashina Muzik. And please take notice of music is spelled Muzik. So
Yep.
make sure you spell it the correct way.
Mhm.
Gemini said, I'll babysit for you.
Please, I need a babysitter.
Hey, she'll come from Canada for you. You know that's one of my besties, man. So she definitely would do that, and she knows your talent too. So that when she says she'll babysit, I'm pretty sure she's serious. So we're gonna
I'm
do this, and
serious
yeah,
too. I need a babysitter.
we going all the way up. So I watch my godchild anytime we go on tour, and I watch my godchild. So we're definitely going all the way up, guys. I'm looking forward to working with Tashina. And if you can tell everybody where to find you on social media.
I am on all the major social media platforms. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Spotify as Tashina Muzik. That one name, TASHINAMUZIK. On all platforms, Tashina Muzik. That's where you can find me.
Gemini said, "I'll be the road nanny." Let's do it. Girl power, like she said. We can make this work.
Mhm,
So
mhm, mhm.
thank you so much for blessing up my platform. It's been a long time coming to get you on my show and for me to manage you. Now we getting ready to take the world by storm.
Storm.
We're going
That
to
world be
storm
coming.
here because who runs the world? Girl.
Girls. Right? No brainer.
Exactly.
I can't believe my baby stay asleep so quiet and nice. But I mean, she probably is really tired because she hasn't slept all day. This is the
Oh wow.
first time since she wake up, she's actually sleeping. But it might not be for very long. So.
So, well, that's why I said we're going to let you go. Um, yes, black women at that. Absolutely. I know that's right. So we're going to let you go, and we're going to see more of Tashina soon. We're going to be pushing a couple of her songs off of the whole album, but there are going to be some songs that we need you guys to go download the album and use it as a sound when you post on TikTok. Y'all post it anyway. Use it. So you're going to
Right?
see a lot more of Tashina. She's going to be putting out a lot more content, and we're going to be, like I said, we're going to be running around here in 2026. So you're going to see a lot of her. Okay.
That's the promise.
Thank you, Tashina. Give
Thank you
my
for
baby
having me.
welcome. So I do off the record, I do we Mel and I are going to call you tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
All right. Just a quick like follow up of you stood.
Okay.
I will talk. Um
Okay.
so good night, guys. I'm going to let Tashina go because I don't want the baby to wake up, and she needs her mommy time sometimes. So thank you
Okay.
guys for joining. I got my promoter hat on. I have an idea. Gemini's all in it. This is my team, by the way. I have to, Gemini, but I think you need to be refreshed. You've met Gemini before, so you know her, but we just need to introduce you to Ray now. You met Mel, so we'll introduce you to everybody so you can see it's a women thing here.
Okie
You
dokie.
tell
I'm
me.
looking forward to meeting you, Gemini, Miss Gemini.
All right, honey. So we will see you back on here soon. I'm gonna say around March. You guys can look forward to Sheena back on this and many other things. Like I'm getting ready to have her featured in a magazine soon. So y'all look out for all of that, okay?
Ooh.
All right. All right,
Alrighty, peace
guys.
out. Take care.
All
Bye.
right.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Bye. I don't know.
I appreciate her coming through. I love Tashina. Like she's just one. She's her heart and her soul is just amazing. Like you don't run across a lot of people like that. That are genuinely good people, and she's a genuinely good person. So, genuinely good people have to work with genuinely good people. So I'm glad to be a part of her career. So, um, thank you guys for joining. Make sure you tune into all the shows. We will be having like I'm gonna go live a little while, guys, and just play some music because it's gonna be the 2025 last of the DJ cookie dough type thing, okay? And what else? There's gonna be a live tomorrow night. I'm not gonna be as involved in that, but I will be there. So there's just gonna be like a DJ playing some music. So if you guys don't have anything to do for New Year's Eve and you just want to hear some music, you can tune in to Lux Radio. Thank you guys for tuning in. I love you guys. Have a good night.